Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mr. Joshua with another custom toy review. So this is about part 3 of all the videos I've done for this figure so far. They show you guys the progression of what I've been doing for the figure. This is a custom of mine that I've been working on for about a month now. This is a custom blue Senturion Ranger from, I think it's Power Ranger Turbo. I think it's Power Rangers Turbo. Could be wrong. It's been a while since I watched a TV show. But yeah, I've been working on this figure for a while now, and it's coming out pretty nice. But let's back to the video up just a little bit. There we go. The main base of this figure, the body that I used for the figure, it was called the like Dark Thrasher or Night Thrasher. It was one of those Marvel superheroes that wasn't really all that popular. But the reason why I chose that figure was because the figure was, it was tall and kind of lanky, and I liked the way it was, and the articulation of the figure was pretty awesome. So I bought the figure for about, was it about $12 with shipping, so it really wasn't that bad. And it was definitely a completed figure. It had everything. No parts were missing. And overall, it was a good figure in articulation, but the body was plain. Very plain figure, and that's the reason why I wanted it. The way I saw it was, since it was a plain figure, and for me, since it was plain, that means that in a way it was kind of like an empty canvas. Like something that hasn't been touched yet. And it was something for me to, basically take upon myself to take the figure and manipulate it and customize it. And last night I finally got the paint that I needed for the figure. I repainted all the blue. I just gave it one coat, and already it looks like twice as good as it did last time I showed you guys. I used Mr. Hobby Cobalt Blue, and it's pretty nice. Then I also found some black spray paint in my garage inside, covered up the legs and spray painted the boots black. And check that out. Pretty cool. Nice, cool looking Frankenstein looking robot boots. Cool stuff. Then the other things that I did with the figure was I didn't really like how light gray his kneecaps were. And so I just went back there and gave it a gunmetal gray. Pretty cool. And right now I'm actually in the middle of repainting these. As you can see, I repainted the bottom blue. I'm trying to keep the same pattern as you see on his chest. You have kind of a rubyish, shiny red and gold color, and Aztec gold, and a weird shape shifting color blue, which I thought was a little unique. And this morning what I also did was just on the sides on the side of this weird light thing that the blue Senturion Ranger had in the TV show, it was just essentially a big giant square that he had on here that I put on the figure's chest, and it looked really plain. And so this morning I mixed up some more putty and kind of basically incorporated it better into the chest, so that way it looks like it belongs there, and it's pretty nice. I like it. And another thing that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get my little weird fucking Dremel blade, and I'm going to have to come in here and very gently make a small even gap that goes straight across, kind of like you see on the top. It's going to be a little difficult, I'm not going to lie, but time and patience, and you'll make the figure look great. And let's put him in a standing position just to see what we've got ourselves into. There we go. And he's a pretty decent looking figure, And what I tried to do with the blue Senturion Ranger was I was trying to make my own variation of what he would look like in real life, you know. With the blue Senturion Ranger in the TV show, he was very, very plain. He didn't really have any like broken up armor pieces or anything on him, which in my opinion made it look like he was, you know, very limited to mobility and, you know, stuff like that. So what I did with this figure was I had two choices. Either I could basically, you know, sand everything and make it look like all one big giant like stormtrooper armor, so to speak, or I can put on my own twist and, you know, make it my own. And obviously, option 2 is what I did. And this is the first figure that I've ever, you know, sculpted for myself. You know, I've never done anything like this before. And again, what I did with the figure was I bought an original 1990s blue Senturion Ranger, specifically because I really didn't want to sculpt out the head. It would have been so much fucking work. And to be honest with you, as of right now, I don't have the skills to make a face like this, you know? And so what I did was I just bought a blue Senturion from the 90s, took it apart, took off the shoulder pads, hollowed the shit out of those, and stuck them on. And again, with the head, I don't know if anyone watched my last video, all I did was I basically took the head apart. I took out the that weird little tube part where the screw goes into. I, you know, cut all that shit out, and I basically hot glued the head back together. And after it was done drying, I filled the cavity in with more hot glue and Vaseline the ball joint and put it on and let it dry and let the you know, hot glue cool down and dry for about 15-20 minutes. And I essentially made my own you know, peg hole, which it came out pretty nice. There we go. But yeah, that's all I have for this figure. Next thing I'm going to be doing is you know, shaping out the inside of these shoulder pads a little bit more so it fits on easier, and I'm going to repaint the head because obviously there's fucked up parts on it from it being a 90s kids toy. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty good looking toy. Pretty fucking sexy. And there he goes. If you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.